All right, Vincent and I are here to tell you something, like always. This nutrient nugget is about why you should never, ever, ever eat olive oil. Okay, well, let's not go too far, but there's some really good information here in The End of Heart Disease by Dr. Joel Fuhrman. If you don't have this book yet, you should really pick it up, and I'll put a link for it down below so you can check it out if you want. There's a lot of really great concepts in here that are explained very simply and easily to understand. So what we're going to be talking about is oil, basically. And there's a section here on page 147 that says, oil is not a whole natural food and does not grow on trees, in case you didn't know. So I'm going to read this little section to you. Although vegetable oils such as olive, sesame, soybean, and canola oil are relatively low in saturated fat and higher in unsaturated fats, you should use these processed foods minimally or not at all. Oils lack the beneficial factors that whole nuts and seeds contain. It's been noted that the effect of nuts on LDL cholesterol is greater than that which would be predicted on the basis of their fatty acid profile, which is what is in the oil. Also, regularly using oils promotes weight gain and could lead to an excess of omega-6 fatty acids, which can be a problem, Vincent. You need to turn around. You need to stop showing everyone your butt. Oh no, here we go. Oh, okay. To continue, all oils, including olive oil, contain 120 calories per tablespoon. And those tablespoons of fat calories can add up fast. 1 ounce for ounce oil is one of the most fattening, calorie-dense foods on the planet. It packs more calories per pound than butter. Oil has 4,020 calories per pound and butter has 3,200. Oil will add fat to already plump waistlines, heightening the risk of disease, including diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. Certainly, it's better to use olive oil than butter or margarine, but it can still sabotage your successful weight loss results. That's a concept I want to highlight here. Important, because when you think of food, you always think of good, better, best, right? So olive oil is, for sure, it's better than butter or margarine, but when you're actually talking about what's healthy for you in general, oils are not in that healthy category. So if it's going to be between, butter or olive oil, sure, have olive oil, but you shouldn't have either of them, really. He goes on to say that a small amount of olive oil would be acceptable in an otherwise high nutrient diet if someone's also thin and physically active. However, for many overweight individuals, oil adds another 300 to 700 calories to the daily menu. That's quite a lot. I want to show you also this little picture. I've shown you guys this one before, but I think it's really good to demonstrate. This illustration comes from Eat to Live. It's on page 116, and it shows more bulk means fewer calories. So right here we have 400 calories of oil in the stomach. Over here we have 400 calories of chicken, and over here we have 400 calories of spinach, eggplant, and beans. So this is just going to show you, you're not going to feel that bulk. You're not going to feel satiated when you eat oil or you eat these other really high calorie dense foods. Something to keep in mind there. Along the same lines, eating beet sugar does not have the same biological effects as eating a beet. One is dangerous because the nutrients and fibers have been removed, and the other supports health. Like the beet sugar, oil is a processed food. The nutrients and fiber have been removed. Consuming walnut oil has a different biological effect than eating whole walnuts. So I want you to just kind of visualize this a little bit. And I brought these fancy little visual aids here. So on the one hand, we have full walnuts, right? And everyone knows if you put some of these walnuts in your hand and you crush them up, they're going to leave a bunch of oil on your hand. Your hand's going to feel oily. And then here's the actual walnut oil that's been extracted from the walnuts. So I'm going to leave a link down below for this video that shows how oil is actually extracted from nuts. Basically, it's just a big, huge press. That's what expeller pressed means when you see expeller pressed oil. They just press it, and that oil just gets pushed out of that. So you end up with this kind of a thing, which is just the oil, right? Then he's explaining about olive oil, and he says olive oil contains few nutrients except a little vitamin E and a negligible amount of phytochemical compounds compared with the calories supplied. All oils are rapidly absorbed and enter the bloodstream so quickly and with such concentration that they cannot be burned for energy and are therefore stored as fat. The average American consumes about 400 calories from fattening oil a day, a large contributor to high body fat in oil-consuming populations. Nuts and seeds contain fewer calories per tablespoon than oil, and their fat calories are not all absorbed. Some of the fats in nuts and seeds stay bound to the fibers and pass into the stool. The rest of the fats are slowly absorbed, satiating hunger and encouraging fatty acid oxidation, meaning they're burned for energy. These nuts are rich in sterols, stanols, fibers, minerals, lignans, and other health-promoting nutrients. Numerous scientific studies link them to a slimmer waistline and longer lifespan, especially for the prevention of heart disease and cancer. Oils, like other processed foods, have their fibers and most nutrients removed, are weight promoting, and do not have the health benefits of seeds and nuts. In fact, a recent study compared a traditional Mediterranean diet with one that substituted nuts for the oil and found that atherosclerotic plaque regressed only in the diet containing the nuts. It did not regress in the control diet or oil-heavy Mediterranean diet. So that's a little bit of information there about oil and why you should not use oil. And that's not just olive oil. I'm talking, actually, this video is about all oils, but people are always saying, oh, but what about olive oil? I heard olive oil is healthy. So that's the answer for you. So if you like this video, let me know by giving me a thumbs up, commenting, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. That's how you show me you appreciate the stuff that I'm telling you. And just like always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow and have a great day. Bye! Look, we have a helper again today. Are you helping? Are you helping? This isn't helping me at all.
Look at my amazing props I have ready. Walnuts are my jam.
Walnuts are my jam. Okay, very quick. Oh wait, this isn't gonna be quick. Move your butt. That's going in the bloopers.